and welcome back to the world.
Okay, 4 of us are here.
Yeah, and to Mize Academy.
We're another team member down.
Oh no, he's gone.
He's sleeping.
We can't see him.
When we last left our heroes in training, they, through some sage advice and new perspective, retroactively, were able to all accomplish identifying their shadows. Which, for the record, you can use at any point the passive ability as well.
Oh, what's that passive
Remind
ability again?
us.
The passive ability is now that you have identified your shadow and become aware of it, in addition to separating and securing your own, you can view someone else's. And
Oh, that's right. We can see like what level they
what
are.
level or challenge rating the creature is.
Nice. Is that at will?
Okay?
Nice.
Ooh,
Just something you can see.
I tried on the barkeep.
You can, once we get into it.
I like it.
You can see the level bar over each person's head.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Red level 99 over here. Don't pick a fight with them.
Have you seen Fearin Beyond?
I have
Journey's
not. I've heard
End?
good things.
It is good. In that show, it's like you can see kind of an aura of
That's
energy
more
around someone.
That's more accurate. It is you are seeing their impact on the world, and as you learned, a person's soul does directly correlate to their training, their willpower, their ability, etc., etc. So, yeah, it is visualizing someone's inherent power.
Cool.
But you decided on your first mission, accompanying Grave to investigate a mausoleum that has been broken into. After a bit of an interrogation, though a well-played one, to the barkeep at the North Point Inn, you sat down, had a delicious homemade dinner,
Yes, we did.
and are about to set out on your plans. And that is where we return for tonight. So, are you going to split the party?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Ryan hates that idea, but Elle is going to go along with it.
I don't know if anyone really likes the idea besides Amy and maybe Kiera.
No, I actually want people to stay together.
Okay, cool. Yes, it's just Amy, but
I don't want to split the party.
Ari wants to split the party.
makes
Amy
sense.
wants to split the party.
No, it doesn't, but sure.
and
What do you mean it doesn't?
in such a docile environment,
We don't
more
know,
likely docile environment.
We don't know what the threat is. We don't know what the issue is. We don't know who is here. We have never been on a mission together. This is the first time.
Then have Elle express that.
No, we
We as
wouldn't.
characters could talk about
That's the
it.
thing, though. We can't.
Elle wouldn't do that.
We are experienced players.
Ari
Cass-
would give a recommendation, and I would go, okay.
Cass is all right with it. Cass is like, okay, that's fine. You can inspect the mausoleum. Be careful. We'll talk around the town. If anything seems suspicious,
We need back at the town.
wait, and we'll investigate together. Mm-hmm. Whether or not that
Yes.
gets heated,
Let's
We're
split
gonna
up the
find
two
out.
healers away from our front line.
Who get healing potions?
You're welcome.
You could too
I
go
would say
investigate
that my
the
idea for healing
mausoleum.
potion does not replace me.
Sure. Are we meeting back here in an hour?
Yeah, now would be good.
Yes, that could work. I think this is a good idea.
and if you find anything that seems like it might be potentially dangerous, remember, wait for us. Or grab Grave.
Yeah, we can do that.
As a note, similar to the one shot we did quite a while ago. You are equipped with one flare. This flare will notify Grave about where you are and that you need immediate assistance.
So who has the flare?
Crow.
Cass.
Yeah. Crow ain't gonna rely on that.
Got it.
Honestly,
Good to know.
Cass would hand it to Ari. He'd be like, all right, if you need anything, here's the flare Grave gave us. I think Elle and I will be all right.
All right.
We're just going to talk to people. But there might be traps in there, so be wary.
We are.
Why not?
I'm going to have each group roll a d20.
Oh boy.
Do you want to roll or shall I?
I don't want to roll this. I don't want to be held accountable
Each
for
group
this.
or each person?
Each group.
Hey, you have
Oh,
inspiration.
sorry. I rolled for us. That's a 7.
Okay.
That's a 14.
That means me.
I'll go first.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
Wait, no, I want to defer. I want to. I want to defer the kick.
He's won the coin toss, and now he gets to choose.
Yep.
Nope.
This ain't football.
The DM overrules.
Freaking
So-
refs, always ruining it.
Cass
And
and
yet,
Elle.
without me, you couldn't play the game.
That's true. Cass and Elle will make their way to the market first, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go and walk in that direction together.
No, you split up with us. You going? You go down the road.
You're already
Well, the mausoleum is next to the
Knowing-
market.
Knowing the dynamics, the reason you're not walking together is that you stayed to finish your food, and as soon as Crow was done, she left, and Ari would have had to follow.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
even
right.
though we're doing
like
those
it.
first,
I like it.
you are technically getting there first.
Fellas,
Amazing.
Got like a leg of lamb or a turkey leg or something
Cass
as
is
the main dish.
Cass is just sitting there. He's like, I still don't understand how you aren't fat.
what do you mean?
Look at how much you're putting away.
This is normal in my father's house?
Oh my goodness. Gracious.
He's
All right.
He's big too.
You're my size.
How tall are you?
Like 6 foot. You've got a couple inches on him.
Yeah, barely. So,
But yeah.
do you not normally eat this much?
No, and I don't normally eat with such vigor. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Elle.
Very, very much so. Yes. Is that bothering you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just
As they finish up.
wondering.
All right. Let's go see what we can find out.
Lead the way.
Before we go, and Cass is gonna look around. Is the old drunk guy still there?
He just poured
he's-
himself another drink.
It's better than what came to my mind.
Anyways.
Okay.
He is currently slumped at his table. Make a perception check.
No, that's like what's my perception? +1, 7.
12.
12. He does appear to be somewhat awake. He's not completely passed out.
He hears in his mind, second round on its way.
Make
3
a de-
drinks this time.
Make a deception check.
That's a 27.
Good lord.
He throws his mug at the wall. It impacts with a thud.
I think he's sober now. You can go ahead.
I don't think that qualifies as sober. Excuse me, sir. He's like,
Did you hear that too? The equivalent of the bucket on the head. You put one on your own head.
Can you? I'm gonna call it a performance check.
It's an 18.
Oh my gosh.
You hear them too?
Every now and then. That one's name is Margaret. She's nice.
What about the bear?
Fozzie.
You should find me later. We need to talk.
I will. He likes to walk away a lot, but he's a good bear.
I hate that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, speaking of the dead, wait, Solomon, we have questions about the dead specifically. If you hear them, then you must know.
Do you know my name?
They told me.
Poor man!
I need you to make an intimidation check.
Thanks. That's a natural one. We're not.
I thematically want to leave that so bad.
Okay, then
Yep.
all you.
He flips the table, literally picks it up off the ground, flips it into you. I need you to make me a dex save.
Okay. That's a non-natural 20 to save.
It flies over you as you duck down. He sprints for the stairs.
Ow! What did you do to that poor man?
I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Solomon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's disadvantaged on this.
Oh, very much so. Okay, 10.
Freeze! As I cast command.
Ow!
Go get him.
What are you... Ow! This is not how you treat people!
6 seconds. He ran.
You lost the opportunity to go get him.
Ow!
What?
Have you no decency?
You're in a bar.
Oh, God.
This is not a decent place.
Stay here.
They can't go anywhere without us.
I know, it's great.
Castle turned to the barkeep.
Haven't even left the bar yet.
Castle turned to the barkeep. Put a gold piece on. Please keep him entertained here. And Castle will go up. Well, he'll start to go up. He'll go back. Put another gold piece on. I'm so sorry. Castle will go up. Follow the dude.
Okay. 2 gold? Okay. He has money. He can drop
Yeah.
it.
I absolutely
Wait.
follow him.
The barkeep
You
pockets the gold.
You do understand that I'm not staying here, right?
Who are you talking to?
The barkeep.
Cass wanted the barkeep to keep L down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I thought
was-
you were talking about some.
No.
You're talking to the barkeep.
You said you just said him.
Yeah, referring to Cass would have pointed
Pointed?
to L. Give him some food or something.
Has Cass left?
Yeah, and then Cass will afterwards.
No, you're staying here.
You can try.
If you want a room tonight, you're staying here.
Please do not get kicked out of your
You
room.
don't want me to stay here. I mean, I have to go help my friend. I need him to make a wisdom save.
What are you casting?
Charm person.
19.
Roll again.
That is a smart idea.
16.
That's a fail.
Why are you expending your inspiration against me?
Because it's funny.
Listen, if there's one thing that I do decently well, it's doing jobs that I don't care about for people that give me a lot of money. your friend now qualifies.
Okay. And I give him 4 gold.
Man's making
You have a
fun.
very good evening, sir. The mashed potatoes were exquisite. And Elle walks away.
Come by anytime.
By the way, Elle now has 1 gold.
I hate you.
He stalled him for a few minutes. You arrive at the top of the stairs. I do need to point out again, in full plate armor,
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
approach Solomon, who is currently shoving dirty clothes into a traveling case. You enter as you top the stairs. There's a hallway that goes all the way down, a door and no doors, the windows on the side, and just a door directly to your left, which is wide open. And in that room are a series of bunk beds. There's probably like 16 beds in the one room, and then a long table that people can sit at and write or read or hang out at as much as they want, as well as candles next to each bed. Solomon, who apparently was staying in one of these beds, is
Packing.
Cass
will... I don't think there's any way not to startle this guy, but Cass will enter the room and be like, "Please, sir, wait. Please. I don't mean you any harm. I just wanted to ask some questions."
make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
If you answer them, I will buy you a drink. Or 3.
Flat roll.
That's not very good. That's a 9. Oh wait, no, it's persuasion? Sorry, I forgot. My persuasion's good. That's a 12.
There you go.
I apologize for my friend's behavior. I don't know what got into him. I will not do any of that. I just want to ask some questions. You mentioned something about the graves being dug up. I'm just here to help. Cass will pull out a coin, flick it his way.
I need to
For
make
your
a dex
trouble.
save. He's drunk and terrified.
For gold! For gold! He's
Shiny.
shit.
You gotta stop throwing gold at people.
I have gold to
Do
throw.
silver. Really?
I have another 290 pieces.
He bites it.
It's real.
Just like
Look at me.
ghosts.
Does it look like it'd be fake?
Yeah. Get one question per drink.
I think that's fair. When did the graves start being robbed? How long ago was this taking place, exactly?
There's a 19 on one die, a 4 on the other.
Why is he getting a disadvantage?
Because he's drunk as shit.
That's fair.
Go ahead and re-roll the 4.
Can you use your final inspiration?
I owe him at least 1.
You know what?
you.
That's I will. It's another 4.
Hey,
However, in the circumstances, I'm just going to use that inspiration to wipe the disadvantage and keep the 19. But it is so funny that was a 4. I had already almost decided, and I was like, I'll roll it just to see if it does anything. Oh,
You
shit.
know what? You know our curse. Our
Yeah.
curse is if we roll it for an inspiration, it's the exact same number.
Unless you're rolling against another party member, apparently.
Unless you're
Apparently.
rolling against me,
You
You
yes.
should do that more often. Apparently it works.
You hush.
instead of just getting rid of the disadvantage, one of the features of Lay on Hands is that you can remove conditions from someone.
For 5 points.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Drunkenness is a condition.
Okay.
Or at
I
least
thought I was going to have to use
it's
less restoration, which I don't
essentially poisoned.
have. Okay.
So,
Yep.
yeah. Lay on Hands would work.
Okay.
So if
Usually
you...
acceptable poison.
You have calmed him down to the point that you can...
Okay. Cass will walk up to him and be like, "May I help you remember?"
And the inspiration is the retroactive allowing
Okay.
this.
So Cass will use, I think it's 5,
Yeah,
5
I
HP.
believe it's 5.
Cure disease or neutralize poison.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Alcohol is
it
poison,
is
technically.
poison.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's fine. That's easy. Better?
Don't know if I'd say better.
Well, you can get drunk again after.
I intend to.
I'm aware.
Started... maybe 2 months ago.
2 months? And it hasn't been addressed before now.
Why would people care?
Because there are graves being desecrated.
Yeah, these are paupers' graves.
They're still graves.
Yes. I agree. Most people with armor that shiny don't.
I suppose most people who have armor this shiny don't do what I do.
Maybe late winter.
Late winter. Was there anything odd that started happening around that time? Any unusual people enter town or things like that?
There's unusual people passing through town all the time.
Sure, but anyone who stuck out more than the rest, or anyone who stuck around town. Things that might point to a connection between why somebody wants to desecrate graves. It doesn't make much sense.
There's another 19.
Ooh.
That the mausoleum. Those folk. They were in town after they left. A few days after. It's when it started. We've been having people digging at graves. We get a handful every year.
But not this frequently.
This was 5 graves in one night. A few weeks later, another 5. A few weeks later.
How long ago was the last, aside from the mausoleum, how long ago was the last grave robbing?
I honestly can't remember. I've spent more time here than anywhere else.
Understood. Do you know anyone who might be able to point me towards that number? I mean, there are caretakers for the
temple.
Okay. They would.
The graveyard is at.
Okay. I'll have to do some questioning around there.
At this point, Elle, you are at the top of the stairs.
He's waiting.
Yeah, you've probably been there for a minute. You're
He's listening. Yeah.
Okay. Was there anyone strange that came in with the, what was the family's name again? This is because Noah also can't
Radomir?
remember.
Radomir. Yeah.
Like Vladimir, but with an R.
Was there anyone unusual that came in with a party that didn't normally, or maybe followed in closely after?
No. They spent a little bit more time than usual interacting with us lowly townsfolk, but...
It is odd. They won't be back until next year. Huh. I expect this is pretty much where you prefer to stay. If I have further questions, may I come and find you?
Well, once you bought me my 10 drinks, I counted.
And I already gave the barkeep 2 gold. I think you'll be able to get 10 drinks off of that.
And then some. Pay more next time. He kind of just shuts the trunk that he was shoving stuff into.
Thank you for your time, sir. And Cass will start to leave, and then see Elle there.
As Solomon comes out the door,
Nice.
Yeah.
Dodge.
that is a flat 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, everyone can hit me.
He only has a +2 because this is a...
Yeah, you have a 50-50 shot of hitting
Yeah.
me, by the way. Just keep that in mind. As a normal person.
You take, like, 2 damage.
Cool. Okay, so I got my shenanigan damage for that.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Ain't nice.
Please refrain from hitting him.
No,
but
no,
that
it's-
was deserved.
Stomps down the stairs, completely ignoring you.
Castle kind of pick up Elle.
Yeah, the barkeep
Lay on
said...
hands.
barkeep
Worth it.
did
That was
mention
funny.
that when he's drunk, he's more pleasant.
Totally
What?
worth it.
He's a lot more useful when he's sober. So
That is true.
Did you get to what you needed?
you're down 5. Okay,
I
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, so a cast would have healed you for whatever you need, though. I believe I got some useful information. The graves have been getting robbed every few weeks in mass amounts, half a dozen at a time.
I wonder if they're looking for something.
I'm not sure, but it's definitely worth checking out. Let's go talk to the temple first.
Do you want to go there, or do you want to go to the market?
I think after this, I'd rather go to the temple.
I could go to the market, and you go to the temple and meet up with them, and then I can come after.
Sure, that'll work.
All right.
And as y'all split up,
I appreciate the sacrifice. What the player knows he should do versus what the character thinks.
That is why I'm here.
Yeah.
now for the ladies.
Team investigation.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the mausoleum,
Yep.
which a gorgeous structure that I have a visual reference for, but would not load. So
Sad.
it's fine. I'll send a picture of it later. But it is a mostly more like a rounded square, but the with like a pagoda, 4 pillars, very ornate, tiered roof, and a just block of marble. And knowing how marble is carved and all that, this all seems to be one solid piece, and that the door has been carved into. And there's a bunch of filigree and decoration and all that, but at a glance,
Yeah.
inordinately expensive.
Oh yeah. Is the door still open?
And yeah, heavy metal doors that are just pushed open.
By force? Well, we're gonna walk up to it and
Yeah.
investigate.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That is math. 23.
Ooh,
Very nice. 18 and a 19.
21.
Dang.
Yep.
23 and 21. You guys are kind of just
Didn't
looking
y'all
at
roll that earlier, too? A 23 and a 21?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We just swapped the numbers.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You're investigating the door. It is physically damaged.
Of course.
What's interesting is that you would expect a door to be damaged at the point, if someone's pushing it, probably where the lock is or something like that, the door is damaged on the hinges. Where someone essentially pushed through enough that it came loose from the frame, and then whatever magic was holding it closed. Whatever did this did not break the magical seal. They broke the circumstances that the seal was there for, and was therefore able to then.
They essentially
push it
blew the
open.
entire door frame out.
Not so much that you can immediately tell, but yeah.
Yeah.
As for if you want to investigate the magic, you can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
We'll also make an
That's an
Arcana
extra
check.
one.
Rip.
Not paying attention.
14.
14. Your guess is probably some form of arcane lock, but neither of you have any real way of telling. You don't have detect magic. You don't have.
Yeah.
You're not finding any sigils or anything that's. Yeah. You're not finding any sigils or anything that would indicate one way or another. With a 23 and a 21, however, you do notice scratches. Maybe the door is like 10 feet tall, at least. And it's actually... How tall are each of you?
5 foot even.
5.
5'8". You are 5'8".
Yes.
I know this.
Okay. Thank you for knowing these things about my character.
Neither of you can reach where these scratches are.
Wow.
But there are a series of scratches near the hinges that, with a 23 and a 21, match where hands would go to push. Crow is an engineer.
Yeah.
You know that if you are trying to push something, if you have a hinge, you push as far away from the hinge as possible
Yep.
in order to get the most force applied. These scratch marks from where the hands most likely were are right up next to the hinges,
So it was a powerful hit.
most likely.
Yeah. Do I recognize the scratch marks?
Are they bestial in
Make
nature?
a nature check.
You probably have a higher nature than I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yep. Flat 20.
Flat 20. Specifics, no, though bestial does seem accurate. These definitely aren't like, this isn't made from metal. It isn't made from, something that's, something sharp, yes, but definitely something natural. Something very large.
Yeah. Some kind of creature, druid, or pet.
All right. So we know how they got in. Let's
What's inside?
figure out what's inside. Let's check to see if there's any underlying traps that might.
With
not be
Crow's
triggered.
nat 1 on Arcana, she's just walking right on it.
All right. That's fair.
Ari can take her time with it. Crow's walking in.
Is there light in here? I know it's probably getting dark by this point.
Yeah, as you step through the door, and it is beginning to get dark. As you step through the door, there are there's actually a staircase in the center of the room that goes down to the lower levels of the mausoleum. And at the 4 points around that staircase are pedestals with carved marble flowers holding flames in the center of them. And lining each wall are coffins, 3 on each side.
Have they been touched?
The tops are shattered.
Anything inside?
Make an investigation check.
Dun dun dun.
Flat 20.
15.
Completely barren.
Nothing inside.
No bodies, no bones.
Bodies, treasures, anything.
You with a flat 20. Not all of these coffins had anything in them to begin with.
Interesting.
Some of them were empty.
Yep.
Knowing this is a family mausoleum, maybe they had ones prepared for later. However, 2 of them did have occupants
Yep.
that have been removed. Judging by the indentation on the velvet they were laid on, they weren't just bodies. There would have been probably, jewelry, maybe armor, maybe weapons. It's hard to tell specifics,
But nothing is left.
but literally nothing is left.
Yeah. Is there anything else around the room that would indicate that there was treasures, valuables that were taken?
Not up here.
Okay. Is there another layer to this?
There's the stairs in the
Okay,
center
missed
of
that
the
part.
room.
Yeah. Well. Down to the bodies.
Please, by yourselves, go down those stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's where she's going next.
Got it.
The torches continue down,
Downstairs,
or does it get dark?
underground, where a flare won't work. Got it.
The flare is magical.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Y'all were inside the cave when you used it in the one shot.
Actually,
No.
he was
No, we
not.
went
I had
out,
to run
he
outside.
ran outside to use it.
You wouldn't let me use it in the cave.
Yeah. We can fire it up the stairs. I'm sure I'll get the message across.
Oh no!
Hey.
Oh no!
Going down the
Oh,
stairs.
yeah.
Ari has it and she's fast.
Has what?
Ari has the flare.
Have fun with
she's
that,
just-
Trey.
Crow will light a match or
Ari casts light.
There are torches.
yeah, okay.
Which, considering the door was magically locked and is locked, you're guessing the torches are magical in nature.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then
But the entire area is
lots
well
of
lit.
magic. Downstairs.
So you get downstairs, and it's a wide U-shaped room. The far,
We're in a Skyrim mausoleum now.
a little bit,
Yeah.
the far left and right walls are, they honestly resemble safety security boxes. Is that in a bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, security box
Yeah. Which
or safe deposit box.
deposit box? Thank
There
you.
you go.
I was thinking social security,
Yeah.
but no, yes, safety deposit box.
Not here.
Go ahead and make a history check.
Alrighty.
I can't inspire myself.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 16 plus 4 is a flat 20.
Flat 20.
Inspirations.
These slots essentially are used for
I have 2 types.
for cremated remains, for storing ashes.
Are those touched?
No.
Okay.
None of the, and there are it's 10 or probably 7 in a column, and just maybe 2 feet for every column. So there's more than you can count in this room. Yeah, you could store an entire family's remains down here.
Man, that seems convenient.
And there are 2 directly ahead standing coffins.
Okay.
That the coffins themselves are actually trimmed with what appears to be gold. The lids to these coffins are also shattered.
Yep.
And there is nothing remaining in them.
Okay.
There's also a few more coffins lining each wall, and all of those, the same thing.
Yeah.
No Jogger to fight.
We already cleared this dungeon.
Someone did.
We didn't clear it.
Yeah. Well,
And all the bodies are also missing.
All the bodies are gone.
except for the cremated ones.
This is weird. But Elle doesn't know.
Can I make a history check when it comes to the potential of necromancy?
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That checks out. What specifically are you asking about?
Have these bodies been taken for that purpose?
Impossible to tell, but you're certainly aware that it's an option. And I would say this, you would know, like, you can't raise the dead from ashes.
Yep.
So it would follow
Yeah.
not being able to, not disturbing any of those.
Is there any potential evidence of them being raised here in this room and having them walk out themselves? Or were bodies carried out?
Do the lids look like they were shattered from the outside or from the inside?
Okay. I will say, make an investigation check, and I'm going to give advantage because of the natural 20 on...
Can I also make an investigation check? Or just her?
I think just Crow for the moment.
Okay.
Flat 20.
Flat 20? Outside.
Okay.
Something broke in.
Yep.
You don't find... You're at least vaguely familiar with a lot of different methods. The different types of casting that can go into necromancy. The debris and residue that necrotic damage and energy leaves behind.
Yep.
You don't find any remnants that would indicate necromancy being cast here.
Okay. So the bodies were taken out.
Yes.
I have
that
an
is-
inkling there's a necromancer involved. Why else take entire bodies,
That
minus
is
the cremated
concerning.
ones?
Especially considering the graves at the temple were also robbed.
Right for the picking.
Yes. I don't think this was necessarily about the money or the family.
They did clear the coffins, though.
They did, but that could be more a matter of convenience or throwing off the trail.
Maybe. Is there any treasure left over?
None that you can see.
I can see. Is there evidence that there was? Like
From-
where, silver goblets and candlesticks would normally be, that they're gone now?
Go ahead and make me one more investigation check.
Can I also make one?
Yeah, go for it.
22.
Yeah, no, that's not as good as her 22.
Fair. 22? Yeah. There was a fair amount.
Okay. And there's nothing left now.
Yeah, nothing. It's been stripped bare.
Well, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
If I was robbing a grave, I'd take it all. Whatever I could fit.
Wanna investigate to see if there's any more scratch marks on the coffin lids.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an investigation
Can I
check.
make another?
Huh?
Can I make one as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Tag teaming.
Yeah.
No, that's a 4 and a natural 1, so a total of 8. Or no, 6.
Oof.
9 plus 7?
16.
Okay, it's a number.
What remains of the lids, hard to find any evidence of anything.
Okay. Can we tell what kind of destruction was placed upon it?
With the 16, probably something heavy.
Okay. So the potential of it being bashed as opposed to like magically erupted.
Concussive force could be an option,
Okay.
but there's no like scorch marks or anything. So like fire you can rule out. There's no evidence of elemental damage, as it were.
It might have just been straight up force or
Force damage doesn't leave any residue,
Yeah.
but
bludgeoning.
it also could be just something hitting it hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is about the best I think we're getting out of this.
All right, let's head back up.
Yeah.
Let's check the outside as well. Probably
Doubt
could have
there's
done
anything. We'll go for it.
but doesn't hurt to see if there's any marks or anything.
Yeah.
It's only been a
Take a
couple
quick
days.
lap around the outside.
Yep. Any?
One last investigation check.
Nice rolls. 25.
15.
With a 25, nothing around the edges except for a few faint scratch marks on the cobbled path leading from the road to.
Yeah, nothing going in. There's like a forest nearby, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, nothing going back there or anything.
Went to the road, whatever it was,
Yeah.
or came from the road.
From here on, their tracks are lost.
All right. Well, I think we have some good information.
Yeah.
Definitely points to necromancy.
Most likely.
So let's go back to the tavern and see what the boys found.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Come on.
D20 gives you each.
Alright. Oh, 2.
I go first. 9.
All right.
Yep.
So you make your way to the market. It is, even as the sun is setting, there's more ambient noise of people talking than there was in the tavern.
Oh.
As especially as someone new coming through, and there's some that have like fruit stalls. There's a guy that has like a full array of weapons.
Don't get distracted.
There's one guy selling carpets and
get
other
distracted.
cloth things. And there is one that appears to have like very fancy looking books and potions and looks to be a magic item trader.
Oh. Elle's looking for an open area.
The entire thing is open air.
No, like an area where there
clearing.
isn't really
A clearing?
a clearing is a better way of putting it.
There's not really any distinct clearing.
There's no like center point.
No, it's
you've ever been
paths
to, like,
going that navigate between all the different tents and stalls that are within them.
So there's no elevated point. So there's nowhere that he could
Address
kind of.
everybody?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know him.
You are familiar with public
We're in-
speaking.
Yeah.
I know.
There is, short of using explicit magic, you're not going to be heard over all the noise.
What about an instrument?
Be pleasant, but
Would be pleasant.
Are you just gonna sit there and busk?
And what?
Busk.
Busk.
Busking is
it's like
playing.
when,
Is like
when
it's music.
playing on the street.
Yeah,
and
street
people leave
musicians.
coins.
Yeah.
That's called busking.
All right,
That was the plan.
all right.
Elle's gonna pick a good spot.
So okay, I mean, if you want that,
Yeah.
there's the pathway that leads from the road to the big pavilion where all the tents are set up.
We can do that right outside.
Yeah, so near the entrance.
So he's gonna set up near the entrance, take the scarf, kind of wrap it in a little bit of a circle for people to put stuff in,
Yep.
Nice.
Make a performance check.
and he's just gonna start playing.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be not fantastic.
I'm sorry. It can't be that bad. You can use my inspiration. I'm sorry. It can't be a 3.
That is a 12, even with a 3.
You can do better.
Okay, that is true. I can do better. This is your dice. That's much
This is
better.
your first
Oh,
bar for
No,
movement.
that's his inspiration that you're using.
It's your
not
dice
mine.
that I'm using.
Oh, okay.
That you gave to me. So that's better. That's a 17.
17. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
After you
me-
backstabbed me
Only
3 times.
Roll me 2d. Roll me. You know what? Roll me d100.
All right.
Alright.
See if we can have some more Ray luck. Huh?
Hold on.
Ooh. 90.
90.
9 and 0.
9-0.
Alright.
You get 90 silver. As people over the course of the next like 20, 30 minutes.
Anyone stop and hang out for a little bit? Seem like they're having a good time?
I mean, some people stop for like maybe 10, 20 seconds, but no one really longer than that. However, one of the stall owners that you're like right next to,
Yeah, I was about to ask.
takes like a fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Sure. Yeah.
Tropical.
Yeah. It's exotic fruit for the location.
Yep.
Hey. Chucks it at you. Chucks it to you. Let me be clear. Throwing fruit at a musician.
What? What? What'd you call me?
Magician.
Musician.
It's a magical
You're the
musician.
magic musician.
I'm the magic musician.
Yeah.
I am much magical.
Yes.
Wow.
Has very specific connotations if it's throwing it to them or at them.
Yes. Very.
But yeah, he chucks it to you.
Thank you.
Hey, nice to have something pleasant to listen to.
I try. I don't normally do this. Going out and just enjoying the air.
Huh? You're not gonna hear me complaining.
No.
Apparently they used to have some great music here, but not anymore.
What happened to them?
Bard, some kind of family tragedy, you know.
Does it have to do with the giant death place over there? I don't even know what the word is.
Not that I know of. Local.
Oh. That's tragic then.
Yeah. His poor daughter, too.
What were their names, do you know?
If I remember correctly, because I've been coming up and down this way for years, Bard was Oliver. And his kid, I want to say Sabrina. She does have a name.
Okay.
But this guy can't remember. I don't know. She was always just running around causing mischief.
Was this recent? Oh, hang on. As a couple comes by, he starts playing a lovely little love melody for them as they go into the market.
Yeah, toss a couple silver.
94.
No, it's part of the 90. 90 is what you make at the end.
Amazing.
Was this recent that this happened, or was it a long time ago?
Yeah, just this Christmas. Not Christmas. Christmas is not a thing in Arklands. Just this past winter.
The end of winter?
I couldn't tell you it wasn't here. I come here the fall and the spring.
Oh.
The fall, lovely music for the tavern. Spring, well, lovely music from you.
Maybe I'll have to come back then and
Please do.
provide some springtime festivities. But thank you.
Makes a deal with someone as they're walking through.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And your name?
Hate you.
Robert.
You better have that fantasy name generator up every session.
Great work.
I'm glad that you know I'm doing it on purpose.
Casper. With a K.
I don't think it was with a Q, but I like K better.
How about yours?
L. E-L, not just L.
All right then.
It's my nickname. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think he just kind of chats with him a little bit, just offhandedly, but that is good to know. So that's all he does.
Yep.
Just plays for an hour or so.
L just made more money than he handed the bartender.
Yeah.
90 silver?
9 gold.
It's 9 gold.
Yeah.
I hate you.
You gave him that inspiration.
I did. It was right there.
And
Hey,
Caspian.
L now has 10 gold.
Elle has 10 gold.
No, you have 1 gold and 90 silver.
That's
You can't convert that.
I was converting.
10 gold's worth.
Yes.
Cass will make his way to the temple.
Yep.
Knock on the door. See if
Yeah.
there's anyone.
It's a decently nice building. From a distance, it shimmers and almost looks like it's like coated in gold. But as you get closer, it's just stonework that is kind of polished to a shine and has kind of a yellowish brown undertone that gives the appearance without actually being so ostentatious. But the door opens, and a middle-aged, a little bit older woman, bit of gray in her hair, opens it. Oh, may I help you?
Good day, ma'am. I was wondering if I might be able to ask you a few questions about some of the happenings that have occurred in town recently. Most specifically, the grave robbings that have been happening. I understand that your temple has been quite afflicted.
I want you to make a flat charisma check.
Flat charisma?
Yep. Because this is just first impression.
Yeah. What's that?
I wish I hadn't given away my inspiration.
I kind of do too.
You can have mine.
Thank you.
I do believe it. Do you
I
have
do
it?
still have one, yeah.
You have 1? Is that the last one the party has?
Okay, that's much better. Flat charisma?
Yep.
21. Thanks,
There
Jamie.
we go.
That's what I'm here for. Boost of confidence.
Yeah.
There's a moment of, but then you kind of you have an ease of presence about you. Certainly, come in. Opens it. It's very church reminiscent. Pews, long hallway down the middle, some stained glass windows, depicting various scenes. One of them a rose growing. The symbol of a rose being very prominent throughout the entire thing, which just heart pang
Yeah.
a little bit.
Cass is thinking to himself, glad Elle is not here.
So, might I ask, who are you?
My name is Caspian Tennant. I've been tasked by Mize Academy with discovering there was a mausoleum in the town that has been... yes. Do you know my name?
Potentially. Of the port?
Seether.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, your family's business has
I'm sure
comes through
here.
town on a regular basis.
Yes, I'm sure it has.
But
But
it's-
that's not why I'm here. The mausoleum was broken into and we got a report about it. So we're here investigating and I've uncovered that your graves have been getting robbed for quite some time.
They have, despite the efforts we've been making to put a stop to it, there's just not enough people.
What? Has anyone seen this happening?
Have you seen the graveyard?
I haven't gone through it yet. I knocked on the door first.
Come with me.
Okay, and he will follow her.
And as you, the temple kind of sits at the tree line, and as you exit out the back, and it's a fairly small building. As you exit out the back, the graveyard, you don't see the end of it. It just stretches into the forest and out of sight, and is quite wide.
Wow.
The grounds are...
Massive.
This serves as the burial location for most people that live here.
I'm sure that's quite a task trying to protect it all.
We've posted guards, volunteers, but no one's seen what happened.
I understand that it occurs every few weeks, and a bunch of graves are robbed at once.
Yes, we've dealt with a few grave robbers my entire time here. There's a stupid rumor about the gold
In the caskets.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is simply not true. So, the first time it happened, we just thought it was someone particularly persistent. The other odd thing was that most of the time, when someone would try to retrieve, well, when we assume they were trying to receive the gold, they would just leave the coffin and the body in it and leave. With these, the bodies were taken.
So someone is stealing corpses?
By my count, 20 so far.
20 corpses. Since the winter, correct?
Yes. Over the span of the past 10 weeks. Yeah.
Has there been anything else unusual about this? Maybe the graves are being dug up in a different way? Are they... Does it seem like there's any magic involved? Is there anything that you can...
If I'm honest, investigating it has not been able to be a priority. You're welcome to walk the grounds. Honestly, I believe the last section hasn't been reburied yet. We try, even if there's not a body, to keep the sites clean and able to be visited. But there's just been so much. I only have 3 others here.
Understand. I'm sure you are doing the best that you can. And at a time like this, such things are hard to deal with.
I don't think there would ever be a good time for this, but yes.
I can agree with that. Have the locations where they've been digging up been random? Like, spaced throughout the graveyard? Or have they seemed to come from one section?
They're always within the same proximity. The graves, not necessarily side by side, but but other than that, I'm sorry. I couldn't even tell you whose they were.
I understand. Perhaps I will do some investigating to find out if there are any connections between family names or anything like that. And you haven't seen any suspicious characters, I assume, in the town recently, other than the usual suspicious characters?
Suspicion is something I try to keep tempered. Our temple is one of restoration. And those that are at their worst are often the most in need of that. So, even if there were someone that I saw that would spike someone else's paranoia. I have taught myself to keep an open heart.
It's very noble of you.
That is, it's my calling.
I will bring back my colleagues and we will investigate. If we have further questions, may I seek your company?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh.
Got a lot of answers based on that first initial impression.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
24.
Yes, of course. Anything that I can do to help.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We will do everything we can to try and resolve this matter for you.
Thank you.
Good day, ma'am.
Good day.
And Cass will walk back out and he'll kind of walk by the market to see if Elle's there.
I just love this mental image because the temple, the mausoleum, and the market are all within viewing distance of each other. So I think that all four of you see the others walking back.
Yeah. We see,
Amazing.
I think we see Elle busking at the market.
And as you see them exit, you're like, okay, that's my cue to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Have a good day.
Can
You too.
I make a quick perception check to see if I spot the magic item dealer?
Do you go into the market?
Yeah. Go over
I
towards
figured that we were
what?
all kind of meeting on
We'll
the
probably
street.
meet in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you don't go into the market, there's no way of.
Oh, okay. Then never
Yeah.
mind.
I mean, we
It's
can
like
go into the market
It's like
later.
the furthest back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go later. I'm not opposed to going to the market and spending some of Cass's money.
I just want to see
At
what
this
he's got.
point, the sun has completely set.
Alright, and as we all meet up, Cass will go,
So
alright, so what did everyone find?
I think we've got a case of the necromancer.
Bodies are taken.
No bodies left in that mausoleum other than the what's the word? I
Cremated
forgot-
remains.
Yes.
Cremated remains.
Other than cremated ones.
It's a
Cremated
similar
can't be
thing in the
necromanced.
graveyard. Masses of bodies have been going missing.
Yes.
Something that one of the stall owners said about a man named Oliver and his daughter dying around the same time Solomon said the grave robbing started.
He didn't say dying.
Family tragedy.
Family tragedy, that's what it was.
That's rather vague.
He said the daughter very tragic. And that was it. I'm wondering if she died. And he's looking to find her? I don't know.
Why would he take the bodies then? Assume if he finds like a dude,
He would
Greg's
leave
gonna
it?
take it.
I don't know. It would be weird, but if someone's trying to bring back his dead daughter, I'm kind of throwing rationality out the window at that point.
He also took every last bit of treasure in that mausoleum.
That is not
Let's,
crazy. I
let's
wish
keep our voices down.
Can Cass make an Arcana check to see if, like, a human body is, like, useful in resurrecting, even if it's not the...
Okay, Full
Asking
Metal
me if-
Alchemist.
are you asking if this is a Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, basically,
Make
yeah.
an Arcana check.
I want to help him with that.
You can try.
I don't need to.
I mean, if you help, you give him advantage.
Yeah, you get help.
Alright, cool. Let's see if it's...
You can only do that.
20. Nope. Alright, so, this is Arcana?
Yeah.
18. I'm a -1.
Hey, same. Let's go.
Hey, stupid
Minus
bros!
No, Bard.
Ah, that's right.
Yep. All my -2s are -1s, and that's only going to go up.
Yep.
It's true.
All of my negatives will soon be positives.
Okay.
Not a thing. Maybe in the far reaches, but not a common thing in the slightest.
Okay.
And certainly, if you get powerful enough magic, you don't need a body to bring someone back. So, like, there are far simpler ways.
Yeah, you know, just go to the Shadowfell and pick up a crown of one of the gods and bring 2 people back. Simple.
You know, you could do that.
Simple does not mean easy.
I love referencing that campaign. I am getting tired, I will say. Do we want to hit the back?
Yes, let's head back to the tavern. We can report our findings to Grave.
See what his opinion is. See if he knows anything about necromancy and what could be
Considering his name, I would be very surprised if he did not have some knowledge.
One question before we wind down. If you're stealing that many bodies, where do you keep them?
That is a
good
really
question.
good question. Forest?
Probably, yeah, in the forest.
Yeah, I would assume.
If there's any cabins nearby, would be interesting to ask.
Yeah. We'll have to
Could have
investigate.
stuffed them in a pocket dimension, but
That's possible.
Let's head back to the tavern and we'll discuss more there in private.
I assume that when we get back to the tavern, we just hash out everything that we've all learned.
Yeah,
So-
go
Yeah,
up
you're
to,
all- you're
we
all
go to
present for it.
Graves' room specifically because it's bigger.
Yep.
And we can all sit
There
there.
we go.
Grave is has his reading glasses on and is
Wow. Old man.
sitting on the sitting upright on the bed, just reading his book while you guys talk.
Grave, do you have your opinions on this?
Certainly.
Would you like to share them?
No.
I believe that is the learning experience part of this mission.
Quite right.
But if our job is to help these people,
Grave is a safety measure. I take it. I hope.
Primarily, yes.
Okay.
primarily. Does that mean you can intervene in some ways?
Make a persuasion check.
$18. It's not terrible.
Gosh, I hate how high of a modifier you have at level 3!
It's part of why I'm not leveling y'all up fast. Is like I want you to learn to appreciate what you have.
I do. Don't worry.
Especially with less combat.
Are you familiar with what a virtue name is?
What,
A virtue name.
No, I don't know what that is. I smacked metal for the past 20 years.
Smacked metal in a region next to mine.
I did.
It is a cultural phenomena, primarily of tieflings. The idea that when we are grown, though some choose them as children, I'm sure, you choose a name. Something that represents who you are, who you want to be, what you value. I have a strong-held belief that every person, no matter who they are, what they've done, what they mean to me or anyone else, deserves a proper grave. So, this situation, these circumstances, matter a great deal to me. I have many opinions on the subject, but if I were to share them, it would defeat the purpose of you being here. But I can say this. I think you're doing a fantastic job so far.
Good. I want to go to bed.
Go to bed.
Okay. Elle retires.
You go and lay down. Do you claim the normal bed or the cot?
Elle has been mean to Cass tonight. He'll take the cot.
Valid.
Fair.
That's not the smart thing to do, but that is the kind thing to do.
Al's a good dude.
When he wants to.
Sometimes.
Most of the time. He's young.
The last three of them are like, what do we do now?
You lost your chatty one, now what?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we can always try and figure out a plan for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would like to go back to the graves and see if we can figure out any more correlation between which ones are getting taken.
I think that's a good idea.
And I'm gonna make a guess that there are big claw marks all over it.
That's possible.
It'd be a good indication which ones were robbed if you said they cover it up. Some of them, make them more presentable.
They said the last batch they hadn't had a chance to fix, which means that we should be able to see them as they were taken. So, that will be our best bet of figuring out what's happening.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's also worth seeing if we can investigate a little bit more about this musician, just in case if there is some connection between that family and what's happening.
Yes, whatever happened to him. If it's some sort of necromantic ritual, they could have needed someone living to participate in it. It's not unheard of to need a living sacrifice of sorts to
not sure
initiate
that-
these things.
Well, I guess it depends on how they raise them from the dead, whether or not they're considered living.
Well, if they were alive and taken or left or something like that, I'm not sure. But figuring out more details about what exactly happened to them, what family tragedy it was that occurred.
It's possible that that might shed some light. Could also just be a coincidence, but it's worth investigating one way or another.
I've found that very rarely are there coincidences in these kinds of instances.
Well, maybe you're right. But I suppose the only way we'll find out is when we start investigating again.
Yes.
I suppose for the time being, it would probably be wise for all of us to get rest. So I shall follow suit with Elle and retire for the night. I suggest the two of you do as well.
Nothing else to do. We'll pick up tomorrow.
Right. Good night, Grave. Good night, Harry. Good night, Crow.
Good night.
Crow and Airy,
Yes.
Yeah.
what are your passive perceptions?
12.
15.
Oh yeah, we're being followed.
With a 15,
That's why Elle doesn't go to sleep.
does not go to sleep.
Nope.
Do you take, which one of you takes the bed, which one of you takes the
I'll
cot?
take the cot.
Ari was gonna just lay her mat out and meditate on the floor, but she can meditate on the, on the bed. But
If Ari specifically sets up her mat on the floor, then Crow's gonna look at her and then get on the bed.
yeah, she
You're not
puts her
gonna
mat
take
on the
it.
floor. But she puts her mat on the floor and then goes back to Graves' room. Actually,
First, you chose the room on the right. You saw the boys' room, and with your passive perception, there's a kind of a bookshelf. There's no books on it, but just like a shelf for storing things in the back left corner of the room. And when you were sitting in Graves' room, that shelf was in the back left corner of the room. But in your room, as you're laying out your mat, you realize it just catches your eye because it's not in that position in this room. It's shifted like 5 feet to the left.
that's odd.
What?
The bookshelf is different in this room.
Oh no.
By the way, 15 was the DC to notice that.
Nice.
Nice.
You wanna fix it? Makes you that upset?
Ari kind of goes over. Are there any books on it?
Nope. Empty shelves.
Knocks on the back panel. Does it echo?
You hear a knock on your wall.
Hello? Castle kind of knock back.
Does it echo like it's hollow?
No. You can tell it's like with how you heard it. It's like it's literally either side of the wall.
Are you scared it's haunted?
No.
make an insight check. Is that cocked?
No, that's
It is
why.
not cocked.
That's fine. 7.
Yeah. I'm.
Would you like to make an investigation check?
Yes.
I wanted to say it, but I couldn't.
2 17s for a total of 19.
19. You kind of investigate the bookshelf and see, as you're looking at it up and down, you notice that there are kind of scuff marks on the floor where it's been moved from the position it's in otherwise. In the other rooms, rather. Which meant it would have started there and someone moved it.
Help me move this.
Alright. She gets up and helps.
Yeah, shift it back into the corner where it's lines up with the other ones.
Can I make an investigation check too?
Go for it.
Flat 20.
Flat 20.
Yep.
Missed the DC by 1.
I figured.
As you are moving it over, you kind of look up. There's a hatch in the ceiling.
Well, shit.
And judging on where it is, you would have to move the bookcase back to where it was, because the hatch is directly above the far left corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You guys hear on the in the room beside you.
What are they doing over there?
Harry, help me reach
I
this.
don't know. Eddie, are you okay?
We're fine. Go back to sleep.
They're not fine.
Want to
Something's
make an
wrong.
insight check?
I don't need to. A woman just said I'm fine. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I wish that wasn't as true as it was.
Yeah, and a 19 on insight.
Yeah.
So
Can you reach that?
Cass is gonna open his door, open their door, or well, knock on their door.
Can
I come in?
You need footstool.
All right. Yeah.
And
then
lift her
Make an
up.
acrobatics check with advantage.
All right. Yeah. I've got a +7. So
Can I make athletics?
You're already given. I mean,
I'm helping.
exactly.
natural
Okay,
20.
never mind.
Wow.
You
Total of 27.
you just go up, push it up, and in the same motion, you have a moment where like time slows down. You realize there is a pull-down ladder that you are able to grab perfectly and bring it down, land without making a sound.
Nice.
Well.
I was gonna describe you hearing the thump thump, but with a natural 20, it is silent.
smooth.
Aries a ninja.
Yes.
You can go back to sleep. I won't be long.
No, I'm going up. This looks like fun. She's gonna start climbing the ladder.
I was gonna suggest you let Grave and the boys know.
Another like 10 seconds passes. Hello?
Bro keeps going up.
Cass is gonna
No
try the
response.
door.
How thin are the walls? What are they made of?
Wood.
They're made of wood? Alright, never mind.
Yeah.
What, you think they have drywall?
What are you, the Kool-Aid Man?
I was trying to be.
Did you not exit your room and go to the door with Cass?
No. He's still
Okay.
he's in the room waiting. And he'll knock on the wall again. Eddie! No reply
There's
this
a
time?
thump on the wall from the back of yours, which is bordered with the communal room. Dum, dum. Shut up!
Now he'll leave.
You'll just knocking on each other's walls and yelling at each other.
Graves like, I'm trying to sleep.
Graves just reading his book. He doesn't
He's
care.
like, this is
kids.
interesting.
It's like 8 p.m.
Also,
It's not that late.
is the door locked?
I
assume
don't.
so.
Ari had the intention of laying out her mat and then going back to Graves,
So,
and
probably
she
not.
wouldn't have
Okay,
locked it
so
behind.
Cass can open the door and see, wow, there's a ladder. And the girls are gone. Oh, no.
Alright, you first!
All right.
And Elle hoists him up.
There's a ladder. You don't need
Yeah.
to hoist him up.
As a
There's a
note,
ladder, okay, never mind.
Are you wearing your armor?
No. Cass is no longer wearing his armor.
Just good to know. So Crow, I think you're the first one
Yeah.
to go up.
Aries the first one up.
Okay.
Crow lifted her up, and then Aries.
Well, yeah, but you came
Oh,
back down
that
with
was
the ladder.
to bring the ladder down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then Crow climbed up.
And
I,
then-
in my head, Aries pulled the at the same time as getting the ladder down, also swung herself up into.
You know what?
the
You rolled a
house.
natural 20. You can absolutely do that.
She was just like waiting for Crow to climb up the ladder, looking
Yeah.
around.
So you look around. With your between your passive investigation and everything. So I'm just gonna say there's what's to the left, there's what's in front of you, and there's what's to the right.
Okay.
Which one do you want first? Or, you know, vague description. To the left, a series of stocked bookshelves and some desks which appear to have some kind of alchemical equipment. You see, like, one of those, like, flasks that is round and then has, like, a long nozzle.
Chemical stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as a writing desk with a chair with scrolls, potions, a filled backpack, and just books upon books stacked. In front of you is a bed, red sheets, what appear to be presents, boxes with ribbons tied
Santa.
at the foot of the bed,
Don't think Santa lives in the attic.
and a small table with 4 seats and a tea set on it. And to the right, a circle of candles, the flames long since burnt out, with a mass of something covering the floor within the circle.
Like,
We know what that something is.
are we talking some?
Something
Organic.
No.
organic.
All right.
Maybe a little rotten.
Crow pops her head up. Can she smell it?
Make a perception check.
That is perception 12.
12? No, nothing peaks here.
Ari goes over to
Nostrils.
the books and the
Yeah.
alchemical station, looking through all the stuff over
Go ahead and
there.
make an investigation check.
I love having advantage on investigation.
Isn't it wonderful?
This is so great. An 18 and 17,
You have used
so
that a lot.
It's fantastic. Intelligence.
20. Flat 20.
20? Lots of different versions. There's like 5 different versions of each book that's there. Different language translations, different editions of them. A lot of them, some of them are kind of storybooks and music notations. Like there's some books that are just, you know, the notes and melodies for different songs. Some are stories from, you know, from lore and cultures far and wide.
Various kinds of books.
And as you're going along, the subject matter begins to change. And the best way I can describe it is Necromancy 101.
Understood.
And it starts getting into the more esoteric, the more different stories about. It kind of goes from, you know, culture and lore far and wide to stories of the dead, and like horror stories and things like that. To okay, if someone was actually trying to attempt this, to arcane and scientific guides on the science of necromancy. And it's really interesting because you find notes all throughout. And for the first, it's appear to be someone's notes of, like, in the margins of the first book on lore, it's songs melodies and lyrics that would go along to tell these stories in the form of song. And then as you continue, there's more notes, and they kind of just get darker. Some of them are still in lyrical or song form, but with a brief surface read, they, as you're kind of flipping through them, they're more scratchy, they're pressed into the page harder, and like some of the stories where it's people coming back just have giant ink marks through them, as if they've been crossed out.
How old do these look? Do they look like recent notes, like within the, like, is the ink still wet? If there's an ink bottle or something that's like, has that dried up?
The ink on the books, definitely dry. There is an inkwell on the table that has not completely dried out. I don't know how long that takes to happen in general.
I mean, if it's open...
It has a cap, so it can be preserved.
Yeah, but if it was left open in madness, it would have,
Or,
you know...
because he had to hurry.
Yeah.
I would say the cap is on. So
The cap is on. Okay, yeah, that's probably...
Or Ellen cast up there by now?
yeah.
Okay.
What's that stuff on the circle?
Yeah,
Did it
Cass.
scroll
Bro's gonna
over?
investigate.
Yeah, Cass would probably go.
What
Go
is
ahead.
the ichor?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Not
It is-
investigation?
No. It is not liquid.
That is 12.
12. Weird texture. Almost like,
Pokes at it with her boot.
almost spongy. It's very odd. Has a little bit of give, but it's also holding kind of firm.
What color is it?
Like purplish.
Unpleasant. Is there anything else of note around the circle?
You can make either investigation or arcana.
Investigation for sure.
Natural?
20.
Or don't, please.
Did you want to give this information yet?
The candles are laid out in a very specific geometric circle, which you immediately identify as a summoning ritual
Oh yeah.
of some kind. Whatever this mass is not what was summoned. It's more like the equivalent of...
Equivalent exchange.
It's the equivalent of scorch marks if you summoned a fire elemental.
Yeah.
Whatever this
This is residue of
is-
what was summoned.
Yeah.
Gross.
You also, kind of with a natural 20, kind of take a knife and pry some up to get a look at what was underneath. This circle has been used multiple times.
Okay.
The summoning ritual was only the last one. Before that, it appeared to be some sort of... I need to look up what school that spell is.
It's like a transmutation thing.
No, evocation.
Interesting. Does... Interesting.
You two are now.
Okay. As Cass is like climbing up the ladder, he's like, "You girls shouldn't be getting into."
Shouldn't be doing what? I'm sorry?
Guess what we
Cass, why have you
found?
stopped moving? I
I
have to get
called
down.
it.
Well, and Cass will finish going up. I guess you were right. Mm-hmm. And it's, for once, good to be putting your nose where it doesn't belong.
Elf
What
finally gets
is
up there.
this?
What
The
is
bookcase
going
was in the wrong
on?
place.
That's what led you up here.
Yes.
Good eye, very good eye.
All right. Well then,
It was bothering me.
what is all this?
Summoning circle.
books of children's stories and necromancy notes.
Interesting.
L does not move closer.
Cass will go down the. Yes, I know. Cass will go down the corridor that they haven't gone down. And
It's not corridor, by the way. This is all one open
Okay,
room.
so he'll go the direction that they didn't.
So so there's a
bed
a bed,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Tea and presents.
Yep.
Oh no, that's
Which,
No, that's
as he's doing it, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to cast Divine Sense, just to make sure there's nothing lurking around in here.
okay. So read the description of Divine Sense.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
You know the location. Mm-hmm. You get a ping.
Uh-oh! Cass immediately summons his spear.
Over by the summoning circle.
Crow,
what?
back up. There's something there.
I need to check
bunch of
something.
ichor.
No, there's something undead there, or a fiend, or something. Something bad. And Cass will...
Till the end of your next turn. It is not an instantaneous effect. It lasts for 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
As Crow steps back, so does the ping. Crow is pinging. Your Divine Sense.
What? I don't see it.
Cass is just gonna kind of stand there for a moment.
No, you know what? You know what popped in my head? Freaking SpongeBob.
You know the type
That one
of
episode.
any being whose presence you sense. As you sense that Crow, according to Divine Sense, counts as undead.
I knew it! I freaking knew it! I've known this for so long!
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, she's definitely a human.
And that
I did say she was.
is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.